I've been playing Outriders for a few weeks now, and although I'm pretty late to the table when it comes to game reviews, the main thing I want to talk about today is the game's longevity. Will the game loop allow Outriders to keep its player base, or will it turn into a toxic mess that makes casual gamers stop playing? Let's get into it. Now, before I can say whether this game truly has longevity, I need to break down what works, what I find annoying, and how my experience has evolved over the last few weeks. Arc Raiders is a strange mixture of fun, immersiveness, and frustration. The best way to play is to drop in with a completely casual mindset, go in expecting to die. Seriously, there are so many ridiculous ways of getting killed that it borders on comedy. In my first 2 sessions, I was down by arcs almost instantly, and I'll admit, I wasn't happy. But once you start learning how to sneak past arcs, take them down efficiently, or simply knowing when to run away, that's when the game really opens up and actually becomes fun. What's mad though is not only do you progress via new gear and skills, but the game changes you mentally the more you play. You get bolder, you start tackling bigger threats. Make no mistake though, when you're new, the fear is real. And that fear of dying and losing your loot is exactly what will get you killed. My advice for anyone wanting to get over the fear quickly is play Stellar Montis on free loadouts. It'll get you used to dying fast, not just by arcs either, but players too. Which brings me to the elephant in the room, PvP. The real deciding factor for this game's longevity. What I've found so far in solo matches is a good 80% of the players you come across are friendly. Well, on most maps anyway. Stellar Montis is a different story. And the game offers some truly immersive moments, teaming up to fight bigger arcs, helping people finish quests, or teaming up with randoms to take down player killers. It's those moments where Arc Raiders truly shines. Now, of course, there's some dirty players in this game. There's people that'll say that they're friendly, but then will shoot you in the back as soon as an opportunity arises. You'll also come across campers sitting at extraction, just waiting to ruin your day. And this is where the game starts getting in your head. You'll start off thinking, I'm going to be a good guy and work with people to fight arcs. But slowly, you'll start becoming more and more cynical and paranoid. And if you let it, you could become the very thing that you used to complain about.
Okay, fine. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Playing in teams is even worse. Nearly every squad you run into shoots on sight, and if they don't, there's a good chance they'll shoot you as soon as the situation is advantageous for them. So although you'll go in originally wanting to work with other teams, after a few games of being constantly gunned down, your team ends up shooting first and asking questions later, just like everyone else. And unfortunately, this is what's going to define the game's longevity more than anything else. Because the arcs themselves, they're great. As long as the AI keeps improving and new archetypes get added, that side of the game will stay fresh. The graphics are impressive, especially for the price, and the world is full of potential. However, if the PvP environment slides into pure toxicity, casual players will leave. Everything that makes this game unique and fun to play will disappear, and the game will just be like any other extraction shooter where the only voice chat you'll hear is someone trash talking after killing you. For those players who don't want that cycle to take over, the best advice I can give is this. Treat every match as a fresh start. Don't carry the frustration of your last death into the next run, and approach every encounter with a cautious but open mind. That's how you'll keep the game's magic alive. Now, I know what you're thinking, and that's, does Arc Raiders have longevity? Right now, it depends entirely on the devs. We're at a critical junction. In solo queues, the community is still mostly friendly, which gives casual players a chance to enjoy the world and stick around. And if I'm being honest, solo has been far more enjoyable than team play for me. Mostly because of the interactions with other players that I come across. But this is a big problem. If players find solo matches more fun than co-op, then casuals that like playing with their friends will stop playing as soon as it becomes too toxic, or a different co-op game comes out. The devs need to find a way to encourage genuine cooperation between teams, XP bonuses, shared objectives, and other reward incentives. Something that nudges players away from treating every encounter as a kill on sight opportunity. Because if nothing changes, the PvP culture will determine the game's fate, and not in a good way. Overall, Ark Raiders has a unique atmosphere, solid gunplay, tense encounters, and a world that genuinely pulls you in. The gameplay loop has enough unpredictability to stay exciting, and when the community is in a good mood, the game delivers moments you won't get anywhere else. But it's also a game that needs direction if it wants to keep its longevity. With the right updates and a stronger push towards co-op, it could build a loyal, long-term player base. Without that, it risks losing the balance that makes the game feel so special. At its core, Ark Raiders has huge potential. It just needs the right support to get there. But what about you? What are your thoughts on Ark Raiders? Are you enjoying it? Do you think it has longevity? And tell me some of your funniest moments in the game down in the comments. Also, if you could do me a solid by liking and subscribing, it'd be much appreciated. I hope you all have a great week and thanks for watching. Until next time peeps, stay frosty.